Okay, we begin with number 5, and this is very straightforward, an equation. All we want to do is to isolate the x. We start by subtracting 3 from both sides. We get 4x is equal to 24. Divide both sides by 4. X is equal to 6. That's number 5. With problem number 6, we have negative 2/5 times x equals negative 30. The easiest way to solve this is to just multiply both sides by the common denominator, which is 5. So we set that up. 5 times something is going to equal 5 times something on the other side. We have negative 2/5 x and negative 30. So if you notice that the 5's will cancel here, and we will have just negative 2x on the left side. That's why we multiplied by 5, because when we do that, all the denominators will clear out. You just have to make sure you apply that 5 or multiply that 5 times every term in the equation, left and right side. On the opposite side, we have 5 times negative 30, which is negative 150. Divide both sides by negative 2, and we end up with x is equal to positive 75. All right, we'll go on to problem number 7. In problem number 7, we kick it up a notch. We have variables on both sides, so our strategy is to identify which side we want the x's to rest on and to deal with that first. We pick on the smallest x term, which happens to be 8x. We get rid of it by adding its opposite, and we end up with negative 4 on the left. We add the opposite or subtract 8x from the right side, and we get 2x plus 6. Now we're going to simply subtract 6 from both sides, and we end up with negative 10 is equal to 2x. Divide both sides by 2, and x is equal to negative 5. That does it for problem number 7. With problem number 8, we have a little bit more complication to that, and that is, first of all, we have some terms that can be combined before we start doing anything else, and then we're going to have to do a distribution on the right side. So first of all, we see that we have 5x minus 2x, 5x and a minus 2x, and those can be combined on the left side to give 3x minus 3. Then on the right side, we're simply going to distribute. 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 4 is 8, and we end up with 3x minus 3 equals 2x plus 8. And now we have variables on both sides, and we need to decide which side will the variable rest on. We pick on the little guy. We're going to subtract 2x from both sides, subtract 2x. We get an x minus 3 on the left is equal to 8. Add 3 to both sides, and we end up with x is equal to 11. And so that does it for problem number 8. And we'll scroll down to give some more room. With problem number 9, we again have a fraction, and so one easy way to deal with this is to multiply both sides by the common denominator, which happens to be 4. And so we will have 2 times x minus 3 over 4 multiplied by 4 on the left side, and that's equal to 4 times 4x minus 3 on the right side. So why we do this is because when we do it, the 4 in the denominator will cancel out, and the left side will be simplified or reduced down to just 2 times parentheses x minus 3. And on the right side, we'll multiply that out. We'll have 16x minus 12. Let's distribute on the left side. We would have 2x, don't forget to distribute to the 3 also, minus 6 equals 16x minus 12. And we have x on both sides. We're going to get rid of the smallest term, so we'll subtract 2x from the left, 2x from the right. When we do, we end up with negative 6 is equal to 14x minus 12. At this point, we'll add the 12 to both sides to isolate the x term, and we'll have negative 6 plus 12 is a positive 6 is equal to 14x, and finally we're going to divide both sides by 6. Have a little bit of room there, and we end up with, sorry, we're not going to divide both sides by 6. We're going to divide both sides by 14 because we want the 14 to cancel out. If it was 6 there, we wouldn't have the x by itself. But now the x is going to be by itself. And so we have x is equal to 6 over 14. But we can simplify that, divide top and bottom by 2, and we get x equals 3 over 7, and that should be positive. So x equals 3 over 7 is our answer for number 9. And we'll stop this video at that point, continue with number 10 in the next video.